What the fuck? Fucking walking dildos. Okay. Just stay like that. So anyway. Whew. Hello, everybody. How's that even going? So here's the deal. First and foremost, if I bail out, what the fuck? All right. If I bail out of here early, like if I just have to go, oh fuck, I gotta go. It's because my plumbing is still fucked. And I have to go outside because we got a guy that may be coming over to, I don't know what he's doing. He's the guy who came over and cleaned our main sewer pipe. Hey, what's up? And you're actually on for today. So I'm hoping he can clear our drains. And come to find out, most houses back in the Dizzy had shared lines. So I'm 100% guaranteeing that our line is shared with the line that used to be at the house there, or the house that used to be there. And I was concerned about this a long time ago. When they tore down that house, the sewage line to that house is still over there and wide open. And now it's just basically Mary Poopmas, indeed. And now the line's just bringing in shit. So I got a bad feeling that that's our problem. Yeah. So anyway, I'm hoping that when the plumber dude shows up today, so if I just have to run away, shut all this off and jump and run, sorry. But it's a very big probability that may happen. And again, if that is the case, I apologize. I think it's made to be that shape. That is weird. It's weird. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, just get back in the thing. So, anyway. So, and Erica, since you're, sorry that I didn't get back to you the other day about coming over and all that shit. But yeah, holidays. I think that day was the day that ended up being, cause like the day before Christmas or whatever, ended up being when my wife's family came over and we had the big eating thing. Everybody had to cook and eat. Maybe it wasn't. I hope they don't have to redo the whole line. That's what I'm afraid's going to happen. I'm pretty sure is needing to be done because we share a line is what I'm thinking 100%. And if that's the case, man, it's going to be such a clusterfuck because we don't own the property over, right? Our house sits literally about 3 to 4 feet from the property line, which they're supposed to set minimum 10 feet. But our house was built in 1915. So it's literally right there. So if it goes over to their property, Merry late Christmas, brother, and a great new year. Well, thanks, man. You too. So if we our sewer line goes over and connects to theirs, then we're fucked. Because I mean, she's a great lady and all, but digging up their yard for fixing that sewer line will be an absolute disaster. And my only other suggestion was running a whole new sewer line, just from our house to the street, so we don't have to fucking worry about it. But we have a giant ass tree that's pretty much directly in front of that, and that would suck. I don't know. This whole thing's one giant headache, but, you know, I don't want sewage water backing up in our bathtub. And I don't want to have to shit in a plastic bag for the rest of my life, you know? And I don't mean like, you know, one of those sacks on your stomach from surgery, because that would suck too. But, oh God, I just don't know. Just don't know. Shit like this is just, it always comes at like, you know, the worst possible times. You know, absolutely it does. It's like, oh, nobody's open for like 2 fucking weeks. Well, hey, by the way, let's just shit in your cereal. You know, and you're like, ah, cool. So literally you might have to shit in your cereal because you can't shit in the toilet. You know, and my son, okay, you know, he's a big boy. Nobody believes he's really 15 at all because of how big he is. And he looks like he's like 18 or 19. And it's funny because on his Instagram account and stuff like that, people everywhere are like, you're not 15. You're not holding the Guinness World Records of 15-year-old bodybuilding and weightlifting. And because you're not really 15. And I'm like, yeah, he really just turned 15. He a big boy and he's been working hard. You guys need to give him some credit. But he takes craps the size of a fucking horse. I'm not kidding. It's like he gives birth to babies. Like 9-pound, 8-ounce babies. Like for fucking real. I swear to God, he's tricked me into seeing his poop before because he's like, Dad, come in here for a minute. Check this out. I'm like, what? It's unbelievably, it's unrealistic. It is unrealistic. I have a picture of one of his poops once because of how fucking huge it was. You can't comprehend it. Okay? You cannot comprehend it. We've had to take him to the doctor because we thought something was fucking wrong. They are that. He's had poops so big around, they're bigger than around the fucking toilet. Like they couldn't go flush because they were bigger around than the goddamn toilet thing. That's not human. Like, what the fuck? That's gross to think about anyway. So I'm pretty sure what we have is a break in the pipe somewhere, roots or something. That's the one guy said the other day. He said, oh, you know, there's a couple of parts that are clogged. And I'm pretty sure down by a tree for sure. Thinking right there by that open drain over there in their basement that's fucked. It's gone. There's no house. There's just a basement filled with sticks and mud and shit. So I'm pretty sure that's where that's probably fucked up also. And but I imagine what's happening is I must be so proud. Yeah, absolutely. He is. He's always like, oh my God, check out how big this one is. I'm like, no, son, I will not look at your doo-doo. I'm like, I will not do that, sir. I will not do that, Sam. I will not do it on a boat. But, you know, I'm sure a lot of guys being men are like, oh, yeah, look at my son's shit. I'm like, gross, no. Why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? That's filthy. You're a disgusting pig of a human being. But, yeah. So anyway, I'm thinking his poop probably being like an aborted fetus at, you know, 9 months going down the goddamn toilet probably clings to those fucking branches for dear life as it's going down screaming, why, Father, have you forsaken me? And just hangs out there in the sewage line. Because that's my only thought. Any form of breakage or tree root or anything that's possibly going to hang up in there, man, that shit will and catch. God, it's fucking ridiculous. And I'm like, son, you're going to start shitting outside like a damn animal. I'm not even kidding. You're going to have to shit outside like a fucking animal. People will be like, you got fucking bears in that house? I'll be like, pretty fucking much. Kid's as strong as a bear, so, you know, he shits like a bear, so, okay. You know, and interestingly enough, I've had like a bunch of people just tune in, and as soon as I was talking about poops, they're like right back out they go. They're like, you know what? Nah, bro, we ain't gonna do this pooping thing. You talk about doo doo all the time. You're fucking weird. You know, I'm gonna take this rubber thing off really quick. I don't know if it's pain in my ass or not. And Eric, I'm taking it that you're probably out of off work today. I don't know how that feels now. Just feels weird. Anyway, and I know my title is participation trophies because I discovered something interesting yesterday, kind of on accident, while watching something, and I have a bizarre rant. And strangely enough, again, I wish my England land friend was on here. He's because we were talking about racism the other day, and this actually goes in with kind of racism. Hello, Noodles. How you doing, Noodlins? I'm just painting. It's nothing you can eat. So, but strangely enough, they can't handle poop talk. Weenies. Ugh. Parents, all it is poop talk. I got shit on the other day. Ha 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 ha. I got peed on the other day. Ha ha ha. Sounds like some weird ass shit you'd pay extra money for, but I'm off work today, I figured. But as far as it goes, the Grammys or the whichever ones, the Oscars, something like that, now have rules where in order to get your film into the Grammys, right, you have to be woke. And there's you have to have 2 out of 4 of these new rules of you have to have a person of color or X amount of people of color, X amount people of women, X amount people with disabilities in your movie, and X amount of something else. And it's like, I can't remember what it is, but it's like 25% or something like that, right? And so it's like 25%. I find that kind of strange to get your film considered for a Grammy or an Oscar or whatever, what have you, because like there was a thing a while back that I also was like, this is stupid in the film industry. And hey, Nathan, what's up? In the film industry, where they were talking about there's not enough black people in the behind the scenes. Like there's not enough. I'm pretty sure my boss is racist. We'll talk about that here in a second. But there's not enough black people in the industry behind the camera. Like there's not enough black cameramen. There's not enough black makeup artists. There's not enough black, PAs or DA or director assistants and second unit directors and anything like that. And so then there was a new law. I don't know, you call it a new rule, a new regulation to a lot of film companies where it was mandatory that they had to hire people of color to fill those positions over white people. My initial thought was, shouldn't it be who's best for the job that gets hired? Like, if I'm going in for brain surgery, okay, and I have a probability, like a 50-50 flip of the coin, I'm going to die on that table, right? And my brain surgeon is between the best in the country. Dude's been doing it for, ever. He's never lost a patient. He's the best there is. But the hospital can't do that because he's not black. Sorry, dude. We have to get this new student fresh out of brain school. You're his first patient, but we had to hire him. Not because he's good for the job, but because culturally it's appropriate. And we have to hire him because we have to meet a quota of a certain amount of people of color to fill this position. Not because he's best for the job, but because politically correct, we have to do it. So, hey, good luck, buddy. Good luck. you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to hire somebody for a job, it should be based off of their qualifications, not the color of their skin. And I think that's kind of weird. This leads me to the participation trophy thing. Wow, when you put it like that. Right. See? Thank you. I mean, I understand the concept of, hey, we need more, diversity in everything we do. Like, it should be equal opportunity all around the board. If you're qualified to do that. If you went to the same technical schooling for that education, then there should be absolutely no difference between you or the next guy based on anything other than your qualifications for the job. So if I was a, director of a movie and I was looking over, assistant, whatever for, whatever part, a second unit director, and I looked at the qualifications and I saw one of them was underqualified and the other one had done 3 films and this one had not done any. I picked the one that had done 3 films. It's a shitty attempt to eradicate racism. Yeah, I would sit there. It is a shitty attempt to eradicate racism. It's a bad way to try to balance out this idea when in reality it's dangerous. But this brings me to the participation trophies. It's kind of like the Special Olympics. Oh, I'm not even painting. I'm just ranting. Look, I'm just going to have to do a podcast. God damn it. So in the Special Olympics, right? And I give them props for making people feel better. As a parent, you want your kids to feel good about themselves, feel special about themselves, and feel like they've done a good job. That's what part of being a parent is, right? God damn it. Part of being a parent is not, however, putting too much black in a spot when you know it's too much black every fucking time. Anyway, and so with that, oh shit, I fucked that one up. The Special Olympics are the same, dangerous and unfair. Correct. It's only unfair to people who, did earn that position. And that's not meaning like, okay, point blank, if they earned the position, then they should get the position. If you have put in the hours, have put in the jobs, have put in the work, then you should earn that consideration over somebody else who has not, just because of skin color. But in that's kind of the whole thing about like the participation trophies. You would think that like the Special Olympics, they started the participation trophy concept where everybody's a winner. And they did that so that way everybody felt good. Good on them. Good job. Because these kids deal with a lot of ridicule, deal with a lot of discrimination, deal with a lot of people coming down on them, making fun of them and shit like that, even their own family and people. And they don't feel very special in a good way. So good for them to have something that makes them feel proud and happy and joyous of themselves. They celebrate their existence versus scoffing at it, saying, I'm not worth much. Good job, giving the mentally and physically disabled people, something to feel proud about. But the problem is that transcended over to everything else. In that case, as a parent, like you want to encourage your kid to do better. So when your kids do good, you go, oh, good job, you got the goal, good job, you won that race, good job, good job, good job. When they lose, what do you say? Ah, man, better next time. We'll just train a little harder. You'll be all right. It'll be okay. Hey, you know what? Go congratulate them. Tell them good job. You need to, at least. Sadly, we live in a society where, a lot of parents are disconnected now and dickbags. So you don't have a lot of the positivity anymore. You don't have a lot of the, hey, it's okay, buddy. We'll get it next time. We'll do better next time. It's more of just, oh, you fucked up. And, a lot of dickbag parents now. And that is fucking up a lot for these kids. So participation trophies just kind of bled on over. I don't know why. I don't know how, but they did. And now we have, it's okay, team. You did your best. Everybody wins. No, they don't. In fact, you teaching the kids that everybody wins is going to fuck up their mindset. It's going to make them think that they're winners when they're not winners. The thing about life is if you're not a winner, work harder, get better. Get good, noob. If you suck at a video game, you don't win it by sucking more. You win it by getting better. If you're terrible at a profession, right? Not necessarily brain doctor, because that's, you don't really get better by practice. You just get fired and never do it again. But if you are bad at something, you get better, or you just don't progress at all. That's the way it works. You can't get better when people are telling you you're great as you are. If people are lying to you, telling you, good job, you did your best and that's all that counts, you're still number one, you won the race, even though you came in last. No, you did not. You have to give these kids, give people truth. You have to give them the reality of it, saying you're not quite good enough yet, but we can get there. It takes time, it takes effort. You have to dedicate. You have to push yourself. Otherwise, they're not going to learn to try. Why try? Why try to get good at this profession? Why try to get good at this game? Why try to get good at the race when I still fucking win a trophy? I still get told I'm best. I still get told I'm great. I need to get a participation trophy. Agree. People need motivation. If everybody wins, what's the point of trying? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to try because you're already going to win. You can just sit down, let everybody run the laps, and you can go, hey, how's that lap running? Good. All right, cool. Oh, hey, I won too? Cool. I don't think I even took 2 steps. That's why I'm fat and lazy. I am fat and lazy. But in that, the kicker is this. It makes you feel good to know your efforts are rewarded. You know, when you push to accomplish a goal, you'll feel better when you reach that goal, knowing you did it. You did it. And it drives me nuts because I'm like, man, you're kidnapping that from these kids. You're taking that feeling from these kids that will never know. They'll never understand that feeling of gratification. Oh my God, they'll never know the sadness of how dark a line can be on a goddamn painting if you're an idiot. But you know, it's that simple. They'll never know that gratification, that feeling, and that sensation of success through hard work. And to some, a handout's great. To many, a handout is great. Give me that handout. Give me that A+. Give me that. Sure, I get that. In fact, that's a lot of the attitude of America today. Maybe I'm more old-fashioned. Maybe I have a mindset that's different. Maybe I've always wanted to succeed, and because of my own lack of success, I'm jealous of other people who succeed. Because I feel like I've done a lot of effort, and I've put a lot of effort in, and I've not succeeded personally. And that sucks. Because I know it's there. I know it's possible. And I know where I have faulted many, many times from that. So I do understand my own lack of success reasons, but it's kind of my own fault. It sucks. But I still keep trying. And I keep failing because I keep repeating the same mistakes because I'm kind of an idiot like that. But, you know, that's how it is for me. And, hang on a minute. This is, for some reason, taking concentration. I'm all concentrating. Uh-oh. My doggy dog is barking. That might be the dude here for our plumbing. Probably is. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. I like that whole little area right there. I need to put a lot more to it. But the participation trophy things, I've never really understood the point. Other than, again, you know, I mean, Special Olympics, it does make sense because you don't want to deprive those people. I mean, that sounds terrible. Nope, no more barking. Okay. But mentally, physically disabled people, again, do deal with a lot of shit given to them. And even though, you know, we might not necessarily think, oh, they understand it, people understand the intentions of an emotional out. You know, like you make fun of somebody, you can feel that come at you. You can feel that feeling. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be any kind of it doesn't have to be in the words you say. It can be in how you say what you're saying, you know? So when people make fun of people who are mentally and physically disabled, it very easily comes off you being a douchebag, you know? So again, with that, I understand Special Olympics participation trophy. So with the companies, what is it called? What is it called? They used to have to do it at McDonald's. They used to have to do it at other companies where they had to hire a black person, or they had to hire a woman, or they had to hire a man if they were an all-woman company. Because we have a company here that actually is all women, um, but not by they don't have to. It's just that men don't generally get the job that these women have. So, they're very, but they are standoffish about hiring men. What is it? Where they're forced to do it. It's called God dang it, what is it called? It's a thing that they have to do it. It's like, oh my goodness, I don't know. But they used to, it was a thing. It was a thing. I swear it was a thing where they used to have to do it anyway. But now it's like on a much bigger scale. But the thing is I think as a black person, you know, equal opportunity. Is that what it's called? Equal opportunity? I don't think that's what it's called. It was like I mean, it is called equal opportunity, but I mean, there was a specific thing in companies that they had to do it where it was by law they had to have at least one person of color in the job filled. And the only reason why is because of that. It had nothing to do with qualifications or anything. It's just they had to have somebody of color. What is it called? It's not called equal opportunity. It's called the law, the thing that specifically, I don't know. Anyway, so why do you think your boss is racist anyway? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you might think that, but I mean, that would probably be an obvious, you know, oh, he's racist because of this or that or whatever. But, you know, I think I fucked that up. Let me try to water that down. Get some of that out of there. A little bit. No. I may have to come back in there and do a little pink. Put a little more pink on there. And then he disappeared. Love when people disappear on me before they explain what the fuck I'm talking or I ask. Although I don't know if you disappeared or not. Again, my Facebook is really weird about that shit. So that is not enough black. That's interesting. Too much, too little. No in fucking between, is there? Burp. Yes, I tend to say burp when I burp. It's quite amusing to the children, by the way. They enjoy it. They're like, ha ha ha, Dad, that's hilarious. I'm like, yes, burp. No, kind of goes with the qualifications thing. He let an underqualified person do a job that my black coworker could do so much better. And the white dude is dumb as fuck. This was on Christmas Day. The boss just treats the two black employees like shit. Probably racist, yeah. I mean, that sounds probably like they are a little bit racist because the chances are, again, God, what is that rule called? Man, it's right there on my head. It's not forced application. Like that's. But anyway, yeah, it sounds racist. If the dude is, if there's a black dude who could do the job better, and your boss knows he could do the job better, but he tells him, "Hey, buddy, get out of the way. Let this white dude do it, who can't do the job anywhere close to as good." Yeah, that's probably a racist move. It's a racist power move, and that's systemic racism stemming from the dude's own personal racism, it sounds like. And that's some garbage, you know, because that's part of the problem with all the stuff that's going on. You know, everybody's dumb, man. Again, and I don't mean to get on the racism thing. I really want to talk about, you know, the participation trophy aspect of the world. Racism's a big thing, though, and you know, it seems to bleed into almost every aspect of everything. So the participation trophy thing, it's actually, you know, the racism things that brought me to that again with the Grammys or the Oscars or whichever one it is. Grammys is for music, isn't it? Yeah, Grammys is for music. Oscars is for that. But yeah, when I found out the Oscars was like, oh, you know, yeah, we're too racist or whatever, I was all, But then it made me think, like, as if I was like a black actor, because okay, you have like Denzel Washington and people like that that are top list A actors, you know, and those motherfuckers are great. And I love watching movies with them in it. I couldn't find it, whatever the law you were trying to remember. Man, I'll post it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Something action. Wait. It was affirmative action. Boom! An affirmative action hire. That's what it's called. The law I'm talking about was the affirmative action hire, where the law was you had to hire somebody of not white people. Regardless, you had to have somebody in the company of like a black dude or something like that. Affirmative action. That was what it was called. Haha. Anyway, so yes. But you know, like Denzel Washington, man, he's a badass motherfucking actor, right? So I'll watch all kinds of shit with him in it. But if they make a movie and the affirmative action thing gets put into play, right, which it is, it's like, you know, you have to have 2 out of the 4 laws of the Oscars now. You have to have, like, again, like 20% of the cast has to be black, 20% or non-white, 20% has to be women. Oh, and the other 20, it's something like 20%. Don't quote me on that, okay? It may not be 20%. I can't remember exactly what it was. But 20%, roughly, whatever, a percentage, whatever, has to be black, percentage has to be like women, percentage has to be people with disabilities, and the other percent has to be LGBT plus representatives, obviously, kind of thing. That's what it was. So they're trying to make it super diverse and make sure they touch down on everything. The thing is this. If your storyline is driven solely for the purpose of perpetuating the LGBT plus community, then the storyline is going to go out of its way to explain that. And that's too much stuff. You should just, if they're a gay couple, they're a gay couple. You shouldn't make it a focused deal, because if you're like, well, you know they're gay, Jim. What? They're gay? Huh? Then it makes it such an awkward, out of place thing in the movie. Why the fuck would you point that out if it's supposed to be normalized as people being gay or trans or whatever? If it's supposed to become a normal thing, why the fuck would you make it such an abnormal thing to have it fucking pointed out? In all these new shows like Batwoman on the CW, she's gay, you know? They point out, gay actor, gay this, gay that. You know, the character is gay in the new movie. Oh, come to find out, Star-Lord's gay. Did you know that? Like, they point it out really hardcore, right? The thing is if it's supposed to be normalized in our society now, if we're trying to reach a level of normalization to it where it's normal, like everybody else's relationships and everybody else's standards and everything else, if it's supposed to be at the same level, then why are we treating it like a goddamn freak show? You know, why are we pointing fingers to specifically say, well, that's normal. Look at it now. Everybody look at it. It's normal. See how normal it is? Because I'm talking about how normal it is and pointing it out. But do you really make it normal that way? Not really, no. In fact, you're kind of pointing out how not normal it is. Or not normal it is because you're pointing it out, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not normalizing it, it's making it a freak show. It's making it a big deal. It's making it something that it's not. You know, if they're a gay couple, gay characters in the movie, just make it a gay couple in the fucking movie. You know? No big deal. Same thing as like if it's a black character in the movie, they're a black character in the movie. If the movie, hold on, it's a fad, damn it, quit saying what I'm saying. Exactly. And I said it right before you said it, because yours just now popped up. But the thing is in the movies, like, now it has to be, well, 20% black people. Okay. What if the film doesn't require black people to be in it? Y'all. What if it's a period piece? Let's say, hypothetically, it's a period piece that takes place in 1900s France or something where black people weren't. It's going to be kind of fucking hard to shoehorn in black people into a film where black people were not a part of that societal area. That, you know what I mean? That doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. So that movie could never be considered for an Oscar because it's historically accurate. That's it. What kind of trash is that? Oh, wait. Well, then they could put in 20% females, or a Civil War movie with white slaves. But they could shoehorn in a bunch of women. Okay, so they got a bunch of women in there too. That's cool. That's 1 out of the 4. But then you have a lot of disabled people in there. Okay. I guess if it's like a wartime movie, but what if it wasn't a wartime movie? Okay, what if it was just like a drama piece? So now how are you going to get 20 some odd % disabled people involved? You know? Or LGBTQ, you know, like, okay, if the drama movie was about gay people back then sure, that would be 2 out of the 4. But what if it was just a man and a woman? Okay, there's a movie called Headhunter. I don't have it up there, but phenomenally good movie. Has 2 fucking actors in it. 2. White dude and his white daughter. How the fuck are you going to tell me that they can put in, I don't know, 20% fucking black people and 20% women. Oh, well, I guess she was a girl. And 20% disabled and 20% LGBTQT. You know what I mean? Like 2 people acting in it. That's fucking going to be hard. So that movie's automatically disqualified from ever being considered for an Oscar just because it can't reach the requirements of that new law. That's kind of garbage. The movie, well, no, the movie Low, old film from Travis Bites from back in the day. Phenomenally good movie. It's about a man who is talking with a demon. It's only about like 3 people, like the dude, his girlfriend, and the demon. But it's like a psychological kind of drama thing. Really good movie though. I own it too. It's an indie film. The Travis Beats guy was really, really crazily creative. I don't know what the fuck's happened to him. I think he just fucking died or something. But again, just a couple of people. In films like that, where there's no budget, they're super creative. And I know you're thinking, oh, well, no budget. How's it going to go to the Oscars? Watch Headhunter. That fucking movie. Quality, everything is top notch. It is Hollywood quality. In fact, it overall beats a lot of the Hollywood fucking movies. Period. And I'm sure that's why it'll never get an Oscar either. All Oscars are, though, Oscars, if you don't know this, the big part of that scene has nothing to do with anything other than money grubbing bullshit and write-offs and who's got the big dick swinging. But it's just money laundering and money lobbying. It's a lot like the politics, and this is true. It's true. It's a lot like politics. So in the end, it doesn't really mean a lot, but it's still a goal for a lot of filmmakers. So it's really weird, though, because, again, the participation trophies. If I was a black actor, I would want to reach the level of Denzel Washington on my merits, on my ability, on my skill, on my work ethics, and my ability, definitely. Not on somebody saying, hey, you're black? Dude, come here. You're going to be the lead in this movie. Well, I've never acted before. Well, dude, don't worry about it, bro. You're black. You'll be great. Okay. No, Captain America. Watch out. There's a bad guy there. Oh no. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, come on. You're going to have to seriously evaluate that situation because that is not going to go well for anybody at all in the end of that. So participation trophies, not always a good idea, people. Not always the best plan, especially when it comes to that kind of shit. Now, again, trying to make, handicapped kids feel good. Good on you for being conscientious about their feelings and helping them not want to fucking kill themselves because, the world's a shitty place and they're fucked up. But telling your kids that they're good enough just because they showed up, not how it works. Your kid's garbage. Make them better. Train them harder. Get them good, noob. Same thing with acting. Same thing with... I don't want a fucking airplane pilot who's like, hey, bro, I'm your airplane pilot. Cool, man. How long you been flying? I don't fly. Shit, I don't even know what these buttons do, but I'm black. They hired me because they're like, hey, we don't know what we're doing. Uh-oh. I think that is my guy. Hang on. I'm going to check. We got my bathroom window. Oh. No, maybe. Nope. Neighbor crackheads? Anyway. Yep, crackhead neighbors. But that's really it. is my neighbor Crackheads. Maybe it is my sewage guy. I don't know anymore. I'm listening. I'm listening. And what is up, bro? God damn it. Hang on. Is it my sewer guy? It might have been, but it looked like the other, my crackhead neighbor. One more way. No. Hold on, let me look out this way. Hey, what are you doing? No. Okay, no. The answer is an affirmative no. So, they're actually crackheads? Oh, yeah. Nah. He's a heavy alcoholic. His girlfriend. All right, look, I don't know if they're crackheads. Okay. I do know that a lot of shady motherfuckers go over there that are definitely very crackhead-esque. That walk around being very like, whoa, like, yeah, they're pretty rough. So, pretty sure half of them are crackheads. He may not be. I know he's a raging alcoholic, but I mean, he doesn't seem to be a violent drunk, but nah, they're all fucking idiots. He's the guy who squatted. He's I don't you can't get rid of him. It's weird. He squatted in that house. Then the dude bought the property and they started tearing it down. He squatted in the garage so he could help the dude tear down the house because that was the deal. And the dude died. So he had to get out of there. So then he moved over across the alleyway to those people because he was like, hey, bro, I ain't got nowhere else to live. So he kind of stole this dude's work shed, had it moved over there. I can sneak past him like there's zombies. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm very fluent in crackhead and movements because I've had to pretend with them around so they won't ask me for money because they'll think I'm a crackhead. See how that works? That's why I dress like I'm homeless all the time, is because when you're homeless people don't ask you for money. So when I walk around with my boots all fucked up and me looking like I, just look homeless people aren't like, hey, man, you got like $1? Can I borrow $5, bro? No, they're like, hey, man. I'm like, hey. That's as far as our conversation goes. Same thing with crackheads. I'm like, you just got to pretend like you're doing air drums and shit. And then they're like, oh, you're a crackhead too. Boom, problem solved. So the problem is I do have, which sucks, what's called alien hand syndrome, which is my left arm moves by itself a lot. And it's very annoying, and I take a lot of mental capacity to not let it happen. And a lot of times you'll see me just like make music, or I'll be tapping out stuff and things like that when I start getting nervous because it takes more mental stress because it functions. And that is so it doesn't look out of place when it moves. So if I'm always making noises or doing things or moving my hand or whatever, people don't notice. People don't see it. I've had to take many, many years to adapt to look normal in front of people and things like that. Things like that. So now I got to bring this in a little bit because it was a little too dark. Probably should add a little bit of water to that. But now they're all burnt the fuck out over there, dude. Like, burnt the fuck out. Anyway. And Andrew, you got in late, bro. We were talking about participation trophies, and ironically, racism became a part of it again, but that's kind of what started me on the participation trophy thing. I really don't want every goddamn conversation I have to be about fucking racism. Jesus, I have so much more to talk about. But it is such a heavy subject in our daily fucking lives, you know. But I was talking about how the Oscars now have a rule that you have to meet one of four or two out of four requirements of a percentage amount of women, people of color, LGBTQ plus whatever, and people with disabilities to be considered for an Oscar. And I said that's really restricting and kind of unfair because of a couple of reasons. One, if you have a film that only has two actors, like the movie Headhunter, phenomenal film, it's kind of hard to shoehorn in that shit because the dude's daughter dies right off the bat too, by the way. So it ends up being like one fucking actor, which you're really thinking to yourself, how do you have a film with one actor? They do it, and they do it well. You end up watching half the movie before you go, how long have I been watching this? And you're like, what? Half the movie's almost over. Wow, okay. Crazy. You know, I got lost in it real quick, which is really nice. And the other reason why is because of participation trophies. And I was saying that on a personal note, I would rather achieve a goal knowing that my efforts were my efforts paid off. My efforts were what got me there versus skin tone and things of that nature. I think that's more relevant. That would be more satisfying, more gratifying to know that I worked my ass off and everything I did led up to this moment versus I'm black. I got the job to be an actor. Like I was saying earlier, also, you know, like Denzel Washington, bad motherfucker. And, you know, great films. He's, you know, done a lot of great stuff. Morgan Freeman, another dude that I fucking love that dude in almost everything he's ever fucking done. You know, Samuel L. Jackson's overplayed. I'm not a really big fan of his necessarily. He's been cool in a couple of movies, but everybody focuses too much on him being the bad motherfucker. So I'm not really a big fan of his. But like Morgan Freeman, dude, I love that dude in almost everything he's ever done. Him and like, you know, there's been a couple of dudes, A-list actors that are black, and they've worked their asses off, got where they were at, and they're on the top list. The thing is I would rather work my ass off and get there again, like I said, knowing that I did good rather than just knowing it's because I'm a certain skin tone. That's it. But I would rather do that as a white person too. Like, you know, I don't want a participation trophy for anything. I never would want a participation trophy for anything. You know, I think that would be, that's lying. That's lying to yourself. That's lying to your kids. That's lying to your friends. That's lying to everybody, man. That ain't, you should never do that. Never. Be honest the whole way through. Just be honest, you know, about it all. And that way it's done and you're happy and everybody's happy. You know, I covered up where my vagina was going to go down there. Damn. I just realized that. Well, this thing may not have vaginas on it after all. Fuck it. Just may have to deal with no vaginas on my meat tower. I don't remember what they look like anyway. You know, it's sad because when I ask people for nudes, it's not because I'm like, hey, send me nudes. It's all, hey, I don't remember what vaginas look like. I just send me a vagina pic really quick, please. What? Why the fuck would I? I really don't remember what they look like. It's just, I swear to God, I don't need nude. I just need to see a vagina. Oh yeah. That's what they look like. Thanks. It's like, really? Like, how do you not remember what a vagina looks like, bro? No, it's just I'm terrible at painting them, apparently. So when I started that up there, I'm like, oh, that is not how that's supposed to go. Well, never mind. So I'll go back here in a minute and try to fix it up a little bit. You know, try to give that vagina a little bit more vagininess. But I got to kind of fill these in a little bit. I don't. I put a little too much shadow in it, so Got to kind of bring it up in lightness so it's not so sharp. Shop in the darkness. There we go. See, it's starting to look much better. A lot lighter. Still a little too dark in that whole area, but that's okay. The hole can be dark. The bottomless pit. So, oh, but anyway, Andrew, also, I was just talking about the participation trophies in like, I'm just trying to recap you, bro, in case you have anything to say. But in like the Special Olympics is where it started. That makes sense because, you know, those kids need encouragement for life in general. You get dealt a shit hand like that, you need to be feeling like you're good at something. Feel like you're a part of something, be important. But that carried over to like soccer and other sports for regular kids, you know, that don't have disabilities and need to learn that trophies are earned. I like that. You need to learn success is earned, or you need to learn number one is earned, something like that. I'll work on it. But you do. You can't just be given, oh, hey, you failed. You're the losing team. Good job, guys. You all get a trophy and some ice cream too. No, fuck that. You don't. You need to learn, oh, I need to get better at training. I need to do more. I need to up the ante. All right, well, then do it. It's not hard. I mean, well, it is hard because it's training. That's what you're supposed to do is train harder. Get good, noob. But that's the point. You know, you fail, you learn, you grow, you get better, you succeed. Those are the steps to becoming good. You know, April Exton is watching. My wife is watching. Are you really watching, though, wife? See, I would love to get my wife in on half these conversations because I know she would be like, shut up, husband, you're an idiot. And that would make it 10 times more fun because I enjoy our conversations together. She cracks me up. But at the same time, she's wrong about almost everything she says. Now we'll see if she really is watching. Because if she is, she'll be like, fuck you, husband, you're an idiot. That'd be great. You know, I'm kind of digging this idea because if I do a really light coverage, it kind of gives it like a film look too. So let me come back over and do that later after I'm done finishing that one up. God, my stomach acids are fucking me up. Oh. I didn't get sleep last night though for shit. Between me getting kicked out of the bed. Little secret about my wife. She sleeps like a parachuter wrestling a bear. And so sometimes when I try to go to sleep, because I go to bed later than her usually, she has conquered the entire bed by giving it a belly flop of an attack and has wrestled the entire bed to death. And it was just too hot too in the room. I don't know what the fuck it was. I was sweating. I was dying last night. So I just slept in the foyer or the theater room, which is part of our foyer. I don't know what part of the foyer is, but fancy words my wife likes to use. But I slept in that with my dogs. So it was good times. Good times. Just kind of hung out with my dogs all night. They were assholes. And at least I can push them out of the way without them yelling at me. Oh no, you know what I just realized? This is terrible. I just realized this. If I am to make this a vagina, right? If I am to make this part right here of a jiggles, right? The underneath part, this would be like a giant gaping butthole. God damn it. I didn't want that to end up being a joke or anything. Like, I wasn't painting that as some kind of whoops. That was not hindsight or something. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just amazed that there's a giant cavernous butthole on my painting now. Huge cavernous butthole on my meat tower, where there are going to be some vaginas to add the femininity to it. Let's make it a little feminine. Add some questionable vagina-like parts to it to give a little feminine to it. You know, that'll look great. It'll captivate the sexuality. Oh, giant gaping anus. Metaphorical hole. Big cave. Time to rethink my strategy, people. Can't have a giant gaping cave under a questionable sexual organ. Poop comes out of your butthole. No. I don't know if it's a dog or a human. Damn it. You know, this whole time I've been like, what do I want to do here? Do I want to, you know, I don't want to put a vagina there because that's like a target zone for whatever's going to be in the center. You're going to kind of focus on that because there's a big open empty spot. It's not about just doing some more wiggly squiggly weird lines, but they wouldn't really lead anywhere. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I want to do something else. I had a dream about putting kind of a cave thing in there, kind of looking like that. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. That was some Freudian dream shit. Some kind of like, well, the hat represents a butthole. Thanks, Freud. I appreciate that. Apparently, butthole cave. Trying to let my butthole dry. It's a little bit moist still. And I don't want to, you know, fuck up my butthole by painting on a moist butthole. Oh, but I'm going to fix that real quick while I'm at it. A little bit more because it's a little too dark right there too, I think. No, I know one of the kids are up now or running around down here now because I don't think my dogs can make cereal. It's not true. One of my dogs has thumbs and she does a lot of things like hold fucking cans and cups, and it's weird. She's pretty awesome. That's chainsaw face. And we're pretty impressed with her skills and abilities on that. True story, by the way. She's held cups before. She drank out of a goddamn cup, and I was like, what? And we couldn't get pictures in time. That sucked because everybody's like, pictures are didn't happen. I'm all, okay, give me 1 second. But I couldn't get them in time. That sucked. So, and I know how the world is. Picture didn't happen. Well, it did happen. Fuck you. It just no pics, unfortunately. So, shit, come on, stop doing that, bro. Okay, there, that might. That's fucking trash, you idiot. But that was my whole rant on participation trophies. Really, was just the bizarreness of, you know, how a lot of places are now choosing to, you know, again, some film companies have a new law, rules in place where they're hiring staff, again, based on color, not based on qualifications. That is weird. You know, that is a weird thing. I mean, if you have somebody that has never, like, again, if you had somebody who's never had a job or did not go to school or did not learn how to be a fucking pilot, the worst thing you can do is be like, oh, hey, you know what? Listen, white guy who has, 7-8 years of fucking pilot schooling and every simulation, and you've been in flight schools and you've had like 37 flights under your belt. Can't hire you, bro. We got to hire this guy because he's not white. Now, I understand he has 0 qualifications, never been to school, hasn't even seen an airplane. But we can't hire you, bro. Got to hire this guy. It's the law. Got to do it. Because some companies are doing that. And God, that's weird, because you should be hiring people by their best qualifications. And that sucks even for me because, in the near future, actually, my goals, I have my list of goes starts January 1st. I will be opening a company specifically for videography and filming commercials. And I know that there will be other companies more qualified than I out there. So this even stands for me, where companies are going to look at me and they're going to look at the guy next to me and they're going to go, you don't have the experience of 12 years like they do. We're going to go with them. And I'm not going to be mad at them. I'm not going to be like, fuck you guys are garbage. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, all right, totally respect that. And I'll say, here's my information. I hope to work with you guys in the future. If there's ever a project that, you need done and they can't help you at the time or they're overbooked, hey, please give me a consideration and maybe I can change your mind in the future. Simple as that. And then a couple of years later, when I have a better demo reel to show them, or more companies under my belt, better qualifications, I'll go back to them and I'll simply be like, hey, there we go, bro, and see if I can't change their mind a little bit. So that's one of those kind of things where, qualifications matter, but everybody's doing the weird thing now, I guess, where it's like, oh, hey, you're not really qualified, but to be politically and socially correct, we need to not use that much black paint. That's for fucking sure. We need to make sure you are on our team. But only because of the color of your skin. Again, weird. Or, again, in the film industry now, it's you probably, you have to be X amount % higher, actors that are LGBT plus or LGBTQ plus 5 equals 17 times X to the 5th power, whatever it is. But that's where they're at now. And again, they should be hiring actors and actresses based off of their skills and abilities. Who's the better actor and who's the better actress? That's it. It's exactly how that should go. Nobody should be getting participation trophies, not in the acting field, not in the field, nothing, except for, again, mentally handicapped people. Because let's be honest, that's probably going to be the only win they really get in life. I'm not trying to be a dickbag about that. I'm just trying to be honest. And that's why I think it's okay for Special Olympics to give participation trophies, because that will be probably the only real win that they get. And if that's what they can be proud of, and they can go home and they can say, look what I got, look what I achieved, look what makes me feel proud, look what makes me feel special, I'm a winner, then God damn it, good on them. They need something in their fucking life that they can smile about themselves. So good for them. But anywhere else in the world, no, fuck that. Get good, noob. Other than the Special Olympics, there should be no participation trophies for anything. You need to learn from your mistakes, correct them, get better, get good, fix, move on, win. Then you can feel accomplished. It's that simple. Don't rely on other people, and the laws to say, you haven't learned enough. You haven't done enough. You're not good enough. But come on, you're going to do this anyway. But cool, thanks. Thanks for the handout. None of this should be based on handouts, especially stuff in the fields like medicine or, things, medical, things that can be endangering people's lives or, things like that. That's scary, man. That is a scary, scary place. That's all I'm saying. That's what worries me more than about anything. Is that shit. Hang on. I'm kind of making indentions on these tentacles now. You can't see it over there. I swear to baby Jesus. So I'm adding a little bit of shades, shadows, whatever to the main areas to give them kind of more of a, like there's more, damn it, I can't really explain it, but you'll see what I mean eventually. Eventually, Pepperidge Farm remembers. But does Pepperidge Farms really remember? Because old people don't remember shit, let's be honest. Hello, son.
You heard me crap myself.
Did you crap yourself?
No.
Do you need to go get a paper or a plastic bag and poop in it? I told everybody, your fault for the toilet.
That's not my poop.
It's your poops that are causing the toilet back up. 110%, bro. There's no way your doo-doos are
You guys
not.
found fucking beans. 2 cans of beans. In the sewage line.
I love how you keep changing that. It's like, you guys found beans. Then it's like 15 cans of beans. No, they're from the backup.
Cause
yeah.
what? Beans?
No, you ding dong. From the beans, there was, or from the beans, from the backup.
Thank you.
I don't know how there were full beans in the fucking thing. That is weird. I don't know who pooped full beans. Maybe somebody just put full beans down the toilet or something.
Who? That's not my fault then.
I'm not saying the beans are your fault. I'm saying the fact that you give birth to poop babies is your
Poop
fault.
Babies.
Literally, dude. I was, when I first started this broadcast, I talked about your craps being so big they won't even go down the toilet.
So that's why you get 0 views.
Ironically, it is. People left right when I was talking about that.
Wait, people joined?
God damn it, son.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son. You are pretty funny. You're an asshole, but you're pretty funny. And you're sadly right. Nobody loves me. I have like 3 people who love me.
I do, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, you too, but I mean on here. I have like a handful of people who give a shit and tune in and watch. Otherwise, nah, nobody cares. Everybody's like, "Ma, it's that guy again. Fuck that guy. He's an idiot." I'm all, yeah, I know. Sorry. That was too dark. Damn. Shit.
So you just talk about your son's shits.
Yeah, well, that's because Jesus Christ, they're huge and freakish. They're like some kind of animal took a
So
dump.
1.5 liter soda bottle. That's the size of them. It's ridiculous.
I told them like it's inhuman, and that nobody would believe it. If
I know.
And people, nobody commented on it really. Erica said, "You must be so proud," and I said, "Yeah, no." But honestly, people wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for your size of poops.
I've told you guys that before.
God, Jesus, dude. There's something wrong with you.
There is. There's something. I think I might have like a second large intestine, so it doesn't get compacted down or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna take that as you agreeing with me.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I'm not entirely sure how that would work, but I mean, maybe.
Because the small intestine compacts down, and then it flows through your large intestine into your butthole and goes plop into the toilet.
Yeah, yours don't go plop.
Mine go and yeah.
Can we stop talking about your doo-doo now?
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
You're the one who continued the conversation.
You continued it.
Nobody needs to talk about your doo-doo.
I said there's beans. And
Shush your doo-doo.
And then
Shush doo-doo.
Doo-doo Krispies.
Doo-doo Christmas is funny, though.
It's dumb.
It's funny because it's stupid.
It's funny because it's stupid.
All right, now I'm just correcting some bullshit that I fucked up way back in the day. And just trying to make sure it all looks better. Noodles does got a face.
Hi, Noodles.
Lightening up a little bit of weird stuff here and there. Bringing it out slightly.
Noodles needs a bath.
Yes, Noodles needs a bath. All the dogs need a bath, son. Sorry. It's not going to happen, Cap, not anytime soon.
Why?
Because I don't care. Because we have water backup problems right now. We're not going to run the bath for like, you know.
So, a little dirt never hurt.
When the water is
My
setting,
shirt's name's Kurt. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
No. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of being stupid. All right, so now I'm just going around the edges, highlighting a little tiny bit of the edge.
I'm going to name my shirt Kurt now. Kurt the shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I wonder, why are you my son?
Because Dad, God hates you.
Nah, you're a good kid. I love you. You know that.
I do. I love you too, Dad.
I just like to say messed up shit to you. So that way I look like an asshole to 3 people. I look like a total douchebag to 3 people. All right. Taking way longer on this than I actually initially planned, but that's because after I started painting it, I realized I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with it. And so the usual. And yeah, here we are.
Dad.
So what?
I think my ankle might have a hairline fracture.
Your ankle doesn't have a hairline fracture, bro.
It doesn't feel like the tendon. All the other tendons of my foot healed up except for the bone part. The bone is still extremely hurts.
Oh my god. Okay, so what? What do you want from me?
I don't know. We should go get it checked out.
Nah, fuck that. Why?
Then how do I let it heal?
Just walk on it like a big man.
That's what I've been doing.
Then you're fine. No, guys, he just knocked on the wall.
So you're a dumb dog.
She's not a dumb dog. She's maybe not. Maybe that's my plumber guy.
Is the plumber guy coming?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked to him.
Good check. Again, I gotta shave this. Jesus. You'd be like, why do you gotta shave that? It doesn't even come in. Look at that. Look at how bad that is. That is terribly not coming in. It's amazing how, why do we go bald? Maybe I go bald because I try to pull it out like that. Anyway.
Alright, it's not, but our trash can has trash falling out of it.
Why?
Probably that Oreo dog.
That thing can't jump up and get the trash.
I know, but
Probably the bag fell out because it was windy or something. Hello, Noodles.
it hasn't been windy. It's been
Anyway. All right, I like it. I'm overcomplicating it. I'm trying to go back and forth too fucking much. But I need to finish out some detail work on this side and a little bit here and there. Finish out on my butthole. And then I think I'll get done. I don't know what stupidity you just mouthed, but it's a stupid joke. I'm sure. Don't say it out loud.
No, I can't.
Something about buttholes. Probably about you being a butthole. No.
No.
God, Jesus, son. Why do you talk?
Well, it's cold.
Anyway. But I got to figure out what to do with her. I got to do.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Man. I have no idea what to do with that kid. But I'm going to go ahead and probably call it good for today. I'm still not liking this. Like, every painting is an experiment. Let's make that clear. I know, like, I only have people watching, but I still talk and rant, so these can be collectively saved for the future one day, and maybe, you know, people will go back and rewatch my shit and go, wow, that guy just was a rambling moron. He didn't even paint ever. He just talked a lot. No wonder it took him forever to get a painting done. Painting, I forgot what I was going to say. What the fuck was I saying? Holy fuck. See, I shouldn't have said. I only got a couple people talking, or a couple people watching. Painting is like eating hot Cheetos. You got to do it slowly, or you have to do it really fast. One of the two. There's no in the middle. No, what was I going to say? Hang on. Oh, well, I don't fucking remember. There is, I wanted to make, people could watch it in the future. Maybe, like, you know, they'd give a shit. So I say things, and I was going to have a closing argument, maybe. Huh. Well, I guess, good Lord. I guess if they watch this in the future, they're just going to be like, that dude's also an idiot who plays with his hair. You know, once in high school, I grew out just these right here. Like, just this part right here. And I had them at 6 inches long. It's hilarious. And it was actually quite a bit of hair because I grew it up here like a big chunk right here, right? And I went as a Jew once. Oh, which would be cultural appropriation nowadays, but I curled them. So I had the little springy curls. And keep in mind, like, I had my mohawk, so my head was shaved. I had a mohawk at one point. My head was shaved. Other than I had these two little boop on both sides, so I had the curls. And I told everybody I was Jewish. It was good times, but that's cultural appropriation. Now you can't do that. It's terrible. In fact, I'm sure I'll get canceled now. Not like anybody gives a shit about me. But and then I was in an airplane at one point, and the entire time when I went between classes, I would pretend to be an airplane, like every single time for the entire time. Every time I did it, I'd put them straight out, and I'd go through the hallways and shit, and pretend to be an airplane. Nobody knew what the fuck I was doing. But it amused me, and that's the important thing in life, is always to laugh at yourself and everything you do. Enjoy what you do. Have a good time, because you're going to fucking die. And all you're going to have left is the great memories behind, and that's all people are going to remember from you, too, is the weird shit you did and the laughter you gave them. Like my kids, well, they're going to remember me being a dickbag, mostly. They're going to be like, oh, you were a fucking asshole. I'm glad you're dead. And then I'll come back from the dead as a ghost. And I'll be like, ooh, fuck you. You thought I was gone? Ha 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 ha. And they'll be like, damn it. I thought we got rid of him. I'll be like, now I'm immortal. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it good on that. I know I didn't seem to do much again. A lot more is getting done than you might think. It just, with what I'm doing, it takes a while because I'm slowly layering out the shadowy details. And from the beginning to this, you can definitely tell a difference. But I do have to finish I'm not going to overdo it too much more on all this right here. This whole side's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and darken this up a little bit more. Still having trouble trying to make this look faded for some stupid reason. It's just not wanting to fucking work. Fuck you. But I got to figure out what I'm doing with her. Put the back tentacle in. Put the other tentacle in front of her a little bit. Blur that in now. Finish this out. Then put the people in front of her and around her. And I'll be good, bro. I'll be good. I think it'll be nice when it's done. I'm so far satisfied. And I just now think it's ridiculous that I accidentally put a giant cavernous butthole under the area in which I originally thought, hey, I'm going to make a vagina here. You know, I could make the whole thing a vagina. Shit. Fuck, I could. Maybe I will. Fuck it. Maybe this will just be the opening start of the vagina, and I could put a clitoris thing right here, maybe. And then that would be like the vagina hole. That's gross, though. I hate that idea. That's nasty to me. I don't like the whole, hey, let me spread it for you. Blah. Like, nobody needs to see your tonsils, bitch. Shut the fuck up. That's gross. Don't do... No. But maybe I'll do that instead. So then that won't be the butthole, because nobody needs a cavernous butthole either. I mean, you don't really need cavernous genitals to begin with, I guess. I don't know, unless you just want like poop to fall out. You're like, hey, I need to take a poop. Just kind of whoop, and he goes, you know? That might be one good reason to have a cavernous butthole. But maybe I'll do that. And now my daughter's up, so I need to stop talking about cavernous buttholes. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Hey, what?